You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. This is Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we have a special edition of Days of Our Lives May Sweeps Spoilers for your favorite NBC Peacock soap. We've got a whole bunch to talk about. There's a bunch of action, a bunch of storylines happening right now. Let's dig into it, but before we do, if you haven't already clicked subscribe, click that button below so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives updates right here at Soap Dirt on YouTube. So, we need to talk about Kate Roberts. We said a while ago, we made a video, we did an article over at Soap Dirt that we were confident that Kate Roberts is not dead, and sure enough, we just saw in the first day of May Sweeps that she is definitely not dead, and we're going to find out more about where she's been during May Sweeps. She escaped from the island because, of course, Brady did not shoot her, but she is in danger. She is on a fishing boat, and this is a little callback to when Lauren Koslow first took on the role, and she had a fishing boat storyline again. So it's really interesting. There's also going to be a face from her past, and there is a villain who's targeting Kate. So it sounds like it's going to be a bumpy road before she's back in Salem. But now that people know that Bo didn't shoot her, they are going to start looking for her. The question is, how long will that take to happen during May Sweeps? Also in Sweeps, we are going to see EJ, Nicole, and Eric issues because Nicole Walker is pregnant after the biscuit debauchery. However, given that she's mostly been sleeping with EJ DiMera, the odds would seem to be in the favor that it's his child. However, when you have a one-night stand with someone on a soap opera, almost always the child belongs to that person. And then, of course, paternity test cannot be trusted, which is another problem. And the larger problem really is the fact that Nicole Walker has had 2 miscarriages, one early on, one late at 8 months. She has uterine scarring and is not supposed to be able to carry a baby to full term. So will she have a successful pregnancy this time? Of course, she would love to have a biological child. EJ has a couple of kids already. Eric does not, and Eric Brady would love to have a biological child. So the daddies are probably definitely going to be fighting over who gets to raise this tot if she can carry it to term. We're also going to see some action with Sean and Belle Black. Sean Brady is tormented by the fact that he shot his dad. Everybody keeps telling him that he was protecting his mom. He didn't do anything wrong. There is literally no one criticizing Sean over this, and he's criticizing himself. He feels guilty. He is just sick about it, and he is rejecting his wife. He is making things worse between them, and the last thing their marriage needs is to be tested again. Remember, the last time that they tested it, she wound up in close proximity to EJ doing naughty things. So Sean maybe needs to watch it. We're also going to see Andrew Donovan in danger, and he needs rescued. And we expect more scenes from his boyfriend that he's recently sparked with, Paul Nerida. So that'll be fun to see both those guys during May Sweeps. We're also going to see Alex, Chad, and Stephanie. They have this love triangle thing happening. Alex, of course, thinks he should get another shot at Stephanie because he didn't actually cause her to miss the last moments with her mom, but that's only on a technicality. He still turned her phone off when he shouldn't, and she's still upset about it. But things take a turn when Maggie blows up and fires Alex from Titan, and he goes to Stephanie, and she comforts him, and Chad is not going to like that one bit. He doesn't want them to be friends, and especially because Alex and Stephanie did have a very passionate fling, and she might reconsider what she wants. With Chad, it's an instant family, but with Alex, it's instant fun. So, who will she choose? We're also going to see more on Sloane, Chanel, Paulina, Talia, and this new guy, Colin. Of course, the new guy, Colin, is Sloane Peterson's brother. He has an accent. She does not, so that's a lot of fun. So, Talia and Colin are conspiring to take down Paulina and Chanel, more specifically Chanel, but Sloane may be collateral damage, and there's going to be danger in May Sweeps. Also, Talia is having second thoughts about this thing, and the problem is that her sister is onto her. She knows when she's lying, and her timelines don't add up because she is the guilty party in this. And so things are going to get tense in that storyline soon. Now, let's talk about Xander, Chloe, and Brady. This is a whole bunch of fun. Rachel Black hates Chloe, and Chloe knows that there's really no way for her to be with Brady because of his daughter, because his daughter is not going to stop trying to break them up and cause trouble, and that's because Kristen has taught her to do it. It's not Rachel's fault, but it's Chloe's reality. Meanwhile, Chloe is getting closer to Xander because she's very frustrated with the whole situation with Brady, and she needs someone to talk to about him. But of course, Xander and Chloe have that weird backstory because he left her with El Fideo, the guy she ended up killing. But they have worked through that, and they are actually becoming good friends, and now they are going to get a place together because he can afford it, but he has no taste and is a slob, and so that's the way it's going to work. She's going to take care of the place, he's going to pay for it, and they are going to be roomies, but they might move on to being friends with benefits soon, and so that's going to be a lot of fun. And speaking of love triangles, we need to talk about Wendy, Tripp, and Johnny. So both Johnny and Tripp want Wendy, but she saw Johnny propose to Chanel while he was high on drugged up biscuits, and so she took off, and she and Tripp are hanging out together, I believe in Seattle right now, where he went to check on his brother. And Wendy thinks it over. She's got chemistry with both guys. She and Tripp have a nice kiss. And then she chooses one of them. But then there's another guy who takes a second look at her. So it's not going to be a love triangle. It's going to be four sides where Wendy is choosing between three guys. And boy, you have to envy her that, right? The last point we want to talk about are the DiMera sisters, Kristen DiMera and Megan Hathaway. They are at Statesville Prison, and they are plotting a breakout, and they are going to be having some scenes overlapping with another DiMera, and we're wondering who that will be. It's hard to imagine that Chad would give them the time of day, and EJ probably wouldn't give them the time of day unless he needs something from them. But considering that he's got issues with Eric and Nicole and this pregnancy soon, maybe it could be him. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe it being Tony DiMera, because Tony is more from that earlier era when Megan was more active. So we'll have to wait and see. If you haven't already clicked the subscribe button, bop that button below so you get all of your latest Days of Our Lives spoilers and updates from Soap Dirt on YouTube. And we're just going to run down real quick and tell you what to watch for in sweeps. We've got Talia and Colin and their conspiracy exposed. We've got Kate trying to escape from the fishing boat. We've got Sean and Belle's marriage having problems, and we've got EJ and Nicole having issues because of Eric and her surprise pregnancy. We're going to see Chloe and Xander getting closer and that rubbing Brady the wrong way. We're going to see Andrew Donovan in danger. We're going to see Megan and Kristen plotting a jailbreak, and we are going to see Alex trying to get between Chad and Stephanie. There's a lot of action to see.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.